Hello and welcome back to your self-care challenge. This is day 16. My name is Natalie. If you haven't been here before, hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Join us on this self-care challenge. It is amazing. And everyone is just doing their own thing, okay? We're all just doing our own thing here. My challenge for myself was no drinking and 10,000 steps. And guess what? I got it. I did. I beat my record from yesterday. Yeah, I did 17,000 steps. And if you didn't watch the video from yesterday, you need to go back and watch it because I committed to trying to make it to 20,000 steps by day 30. That is my goal now. I started off with 10,000 steps. I don't know how I got to 20,000 steps, but that's how it goes, right? When you're doing self-care, eventually you start to compete against yourself and you just want to do better. And being here and having you guys for an accountability partner is bomb. Like that is bomb because it keeps me going. It gives me a reason or it takes away my reason for not doing it, right? Like, because normally I could talk myself out of it and be like, I'll just have a sip of wine. It's okay. Then I gotta come here and tell you, hey, I had a sip of wine, right? Which wouldn't be terrible, but I want to stay true to myself. I want to make it to these 30 days because I want to encourage you to do the same, right? I want to encourage you to stick to your goal as much as possible. So if you haven't joined me yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. I'm uploading one every day for the next 15 days because we are on day 16 to let you know how it's going for me and to give you some words of encouragement. All right. And drop me a comment down below and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how you're doing because I'm definitely interested in how you're doing on your self-care challenge. And, if you're just thinking about it and you haven't joined, you can still join now. Pick something. Let's pick something. It could be anything. And just, let's go. Next 15 days for you. We all have to start somewhere, and there's no better time than the present to start. But with that said, I will be doing another 30-day challenge. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it's going to be. It will start. I will pick a date in February. I haven't decided yet. And then guess what? I want to go live because I want to meet you guys. I want to come out there and meet you guys and see how you're doing. Because I want you to see that I'm not just on here making videos and, talking at you. I'm a real person doing real things, doing this life with you. And just like you, having everyday problems, just because I come up here and upload a video every day doesn't mean that my life is just, roses every day, right? But, I do what I can to put as much roses into my life as possible. And this self-care thing is definitely putting some roses in my life. How about you? I talked to you yesterday about energy vampires, right? And so I woke up today and I was still ruminating about it because, of course, things happen. People piss you off, right? And then you're just like, you try to get it out of your head. And, I do the whole gratitude thing. I am grateful. And by the way, let me do some gratitude with you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful I woke up this morning and I'm grateful. Guess what? It's Friday. It's Friday, yes. And we have a long weekend. Monday is a holiday, so we're off. So I'm thankful for all of that. So I do my gratitude practice, but sometimes, you're ruminating and you don't know why. So are you ruminating because you're feeling like a victim, or are you ruminating because you haven't dealt with the issue? And for me, I feel like I have not dealt with the issue yet. And what do I mean by that? Remember I said yesterday, and if you haven't watched it, I'll drop it at the end. Stay here with me now, but watch that video from yesterday because I have some good nuggets in there for you. But like I was saying, sometimes it's like you feel like you haven't dealt with the issue yet, right? And or you're trying to figure out, oh, I said yesterday, that's what I said. I said yesterday, you know what, if you're pissed and you want to send someone an email, write it, wait, and then, think about it, and then, come back 24 hours later. So I kind of did that. And this morning I'm like, okay, I'm still frustrated because I feel like, at first I was like, is it because I feel like a victim? Because you don't want to feel like a victim, right? And I feel like my boundary was crossed. And that, the worst thing is to have your boundaries crossed, anywhere, actually. But once you start, this is why I love self-care, because self-care helps you set boundaries for yourself, because without doing that first, you have problems setting boundaries with other people, right? Because if you don't know where your boundaries are, people will see that, and then how can you tell people where your boundaries are? Because you haven't set them, you don't know. But once you know where your boundaries are, it's time to start speaking them into reality, or putting them out there into reality. And at work, what I was going to say is, at work, sometimes this can be difficult, because we go to work and we have work families, right? We talk to people at work about everything. They know everything that's going on in your life. They know about your kids, your husband, your wife, if you're sick, what vacation you went on. I mean, like, short of knowing your whole toileting schedule, sorry, but true, right? So, it gets pretty personal. So this is my advice, first of all, to people when you go to work. Don't share your personal life if you're finding that your people are crossing your boundaries. So what you say, don't say, am I going to go to work? I can't be antisocial. No, you can talk work things. You don't have to, you could answer small questions, but you don't have to go in and give every detail about the argument you had last night with your spouse or your kid or your mom or your whoever. You don't have to do that, because what happens is, and what I found happens, and this is definitely from personal experience, that when you share too much without having boundaries about what's acceptable at work and what's not, people cross your boundaries, because you get to talking and then they think they can just lay things down, and you're just supposed to pick them up. Oh, there's a project, Natalie can do it. No, I'm at work, I'm your colleague. You need to ask me, because I need to have the opportunity to say yes or no, right? And if this is mandatory for everyone, it should be coming from a supervisor, not from a colleague, right? And so, but that's my boundary, right? I know what my boundary is. But so anyway, my tip for the day is, if you are having trouble with boundaries with people, start pulling back how much information that you're giving. Keep to yourself. And it's not to be antisocial. It's so you can figure out where you start and they end. It's like somebody coming into your face, right? You're out somewhere and somebody's right here. You're just what? You're in my personal space. Back up. You're too close. I can smell your breath. Thank you. No, thank you. Right? No, I don't, we're not that close. Let's you stay in your energy field. I'll stay in mine. And you should only be this close to me if we are really close. And we're not that close if I'm working with you. At least we shouldn't be, right? But anyway, that's a whole other topic. We're not going there today. But yeah, so, and it's the same thing happens with those boundaries at work. When you start giving out too much information, people feel they're close to you. We're friends. I know what Natalie likes. I know what Natalie wants. Oh, she can do that. I know her skills. She can just take this on. She's able. Well, whether or not I'm able, I should still have the courtesy of being asked and not told. And what I find is that colleagues sometimes who are trying to get ahead or whatever, or maybe it may be unintentional, I don't know, maybe it's just people's personalities, they will do things like that, like offer you up, like, put you up, offer you up on a silver platter to the boss, without your consent, as a way to maybe make themselves look good. I have no idea. But I had a situation where the boss asked for someone to pick up a project. Someone picked up the project and then love bombed me. Yeah, we're going to talk about love bombing, because love bombing is a thing. We think about love bombing as something that happens at home, but it happens at work. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that looks like here. So they love bomb you, and then they put you up on a silver platter. So it makes it even harder for you to say no if you're not clear on what's happening. So what does love bombing look like, and what does it mean? This is when someone, whether you work with them, whether it's a partner, whether it's a family member, they come in and they tell you all these things, like, and sometimes it feels kind of cringy, right? Like, it's like, oh, you're so wonderful and you're great at this, and it's just almost like spewing out a resume of things about you that are so wonderful that you're just like, where's that? Like, you might even feel like, wow, where's that coming from all of a sudden? But that was really nice that they said that, right? And then right behind it comes, well, I think that you should do this because, like, you have all these credentials, and to do that in front of a group of managers or in front of my manager, it's inappropriate. No, the answer is, my response in that instance is, well, I thank you for all the compliments. Wow. I'm really glad you feel that way, but I'm going to have to get back to you. I don't want to take the lead, but I'm glad that you are. And if you have any questions, I will get back to you. I can get back to you. I can help you with those questions if you need some small things, but I'm going to stay in the back seat on this project. But thank you for thinking about me, right? Now, what do you do when the person persists? And then you have a private conversation. You go like, hey, I don't want to do that. And they go, oh no, no, I don't want to do it. And then they persist. Now you may have to send an email. But what I'm saying is that, and my frustration is that I love people. I love all the people that I work with. They're all really nice, but I have work boundaries, and I've worked hard at setting those boundaries for myself. And not everyone has to know what your boundaries are, but they should know if they cross them, right? You should be able to tell them if they've crossed your boundaries so that they do know. And sometimes it's not even telling people. Sometimes it's just showing them by saying, hey, thanks, but no thanks, right? And I don't have to argue. And so my initial reaction though was to react and go like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? Why? Like, what the hell? Like, who do you think you are? Right? So, but that's not going to get that. It's just not going to get a good response. But those are the thoughts that go through our mind, because we're just like, who, like, what? Like, you just, like, what are you doing? But, coming back, and it still can be uncomfortable. So that's why I say, keep that little bit of distance with your coworkers. If you're finding that boundaries are being crossed, you need to pull back until you figure out a way to rectify that, and to set the boundaries that you need to have a healthy work environment. Or else it gets kind of crazy, because when they cross your boundary one time, it will happen once, and it will be something else. It'll be a bigger project next time. It'll be some bigger thing next time. And who knows? Like, I mean, I've seen people that this has happened to, and then like the person who took the lead is taking all the credit for all the work done, right? But they're using this other person on the back end, right? So you just need to be clear about what you're getting into. It's not like, at the end of the day, like, this whole situation, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal, because allowing your boundary to be crossed one place, right? Like I said, you have to start with setting boundaries with yourself and your own self-care, so you can see where you start, somebody else, where you end and somebody else starts, so that you can see what's comfortable, and the boundaries are going to be different with each person, because everybody's personality is different. But so the boundaries start with yourself, so that you can set them with others. And it's not comfortable initially, if you haven't done it, to set those boundaries. And it gets even more uncomfortable if you've developed a personal type relationship with the person, and you're kind of spewing out everything that's going on with your life, and you feel like, oh my gosh, we're so close, and you know what, you know everything about me, and you know what, we're just friends. I'm just your friend, like at work, telling you what to do. No, you're not my friend at work telling me what to do. No. That's not how this works. That's not how I want it to work. Maybe some people like it to work like that, and if that works for you, that's fine. I am not telling you what to do, but it doesn't work for me. So I've had to find ways to deal with it. And so what I'm telling you is not anything that I haven't dealt with, or anything that I haven't had to do for myself. And it's difficult, because sometimes you really like the people that you work with, but you're like, this behavior is inappropriate, and so like, let's not do that again. Please. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm just gonna end it there. I think I want to go live on day 20 or day 25. I think that's next Tuesday. Well, let's say next Tuesday or next Friday. Let me know what day works best, what day you think I should go live. Should it be Tuesday, Friday? What time? I'm thinking maybe like 5 o'clock in the afternoon I'll go live. Maybe in the evening, because I think everyone's home, either in the evening or like around this time, like 10 o'clock in the morning. And then drop me some comments. Let me know what questions you might have. I just want to do a meet and greet, because I want to meet all of you. I want you to see like that I'm a real person out here doing this life with you. I'm not just this person getting on camera, spewing out things and telling you things that I have not experienced. That, these are all things, and some of these things are real time. These are real time things that I'm going through as I'm with you. And the boundary thing is a thing that happens every day. We're setting boundaries every day, and sometimes what happens is you get so good at it that it's seamless, right? You ever see somebody where you did something and you crossed somebody's boundary and they didn't even think twice, and they just told you, and you were like, damn, I didn't realize, like, oh, you don't like that? Okay. Right? But they weren't rude about telling you. They didn't look all upset. They didn't get all crazy with you, right? They just said, hey, no, I don't think, please don't do that. I don't like that. And maybe you were taken aback because you were surprised, because maybe you've done it with a lot of other people. But, it's good both ways, because setting boundaries with people like that helps them know that maybe they've been crossing somebody else's boundaries, right? Or maybe they'll keep crossing the other person's boundaries, and, the other person will have to deal with it, because we're all responsible for our own boundaries. I'm back to boundaries again. But yes, I want to come on. I do talk a lot. I repeat myself quite often. I try not to, but it is what it is. I am who I am. And, you are who you are, and I wouldn't want you to be anything or anyone else other than that. I love you just the way you are. Don't go changing to try and please me. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I love you just the way you are. All right, that's enough. All right, guys, I love you. It's Friday. Monday's a holiday. I am so glad. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I love you. Stay beautiful, inspired, and empowered. Stay sexy so you can keep taking care of yourself and those around you, because if your cup is not overflowing, there is nothing to give to others. All right? I love you. Stay beautiful. See you next time.